It's a brand new week, guys, and I'm so excited to be here again. I remain Deni. You know me, wherever I am, I'm bringing you the juice, the jukes. That's how the house I'm now say. But the jukes. Don't mind me, I play too much. Well, today I have with me one of the pioneers of entertainment here in Kaduna State, and he's going to enlighten us on what it takes to be an entertainer here in KD, and he's going to give us a scope of how the entertainment in KD is. Guess what, guys? Bako is undergoing some renovations just to make your nightlife better, sweeter, fresher, and groovier. So if you know what is good for you, whenever you want to have your fun, whenever you want to chill with your guys, or maybe you just want to unwind, come to Bako. That's a place to be. You get everything entertainment you need, guys. Everything entertainment. The view is wonderful, and by the time you're done with this place, oh my gosh, you're going to just want to bring your bed here and sleep. Don't worry, I'm just joking. But shout out to Bako Lounge for this wonderful location. Shout out to Bako Lounge also for helping the nightlife in Kaduna State look better and feel better. So if you are an entertainer lover, definitely, which I'm sure you are, you're going to sit back and don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
My name is Blessing Patrick, and I am the current face of Croc City Magazine. This is my Chico experience. Well, I got to know about the whole competition through a post on Facebook, and I was interested, and I decided to go for it. I knew I was going to win because I have friends I know want to vote for me. Well, when I got to know about the whole competition stuff, I had to look for the best pictures, and then I had to meet some friends to help me choose, so that because I actually wanted.
But they not get this go. Oh baby, see how they just wanna test, but they know they can't go. Say the way you go, it's killing me so. You they make me wonder.
I don't want to take the cat out of the bag just yet, so I'll just let the Godfather himself do the introduction. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to Moments with Deni. It's wonderful having you here. Before you even say anything, I must say I've heard a lot about you. I've heard a lot about what you're doing for entertainers in Kaduna State, and I must say I'm really impressed. And I'm grateful that we have someone like you to at least help put us through the right path. So, okay, for your viewers out there, can you please just introduce yourself?
Okay, my name is DH. DH stands for Hausawa, and on a lighter note, it also stands for Don't Hate.
Nice, don't.
Yeah, so well, simply just Hausawa.
So, sir, can we get to know a little about your background, your upbringing, and all that?
Yeah, I was born in Kaduna, Ngwanimi, Nogwamosa Road in Ngwanimi. I grew up somewhere around Malali, and I attended Catholic school, Onkubado. At some points, Kaduna Capital School and secondary school at some point. So that's it. And then I read law in school. And I worked with the Kaduna State Media Corporation for about 7 years as a radio presenter and also a TV presenter. And then my first album was released in 2006 and my first video 2007. And I had a band called Hausawa and their power band, and I used to play back then in nightclub. I played in nightclub for about 3.5 years. Every weekend, Hausawa and their power band. I was around 2005, 6, or from 2003, 5, 6, somewhere around 2007. And then before I started touring, I toured Niger Republic, Mali, Chad, parts of Libya, Benghazi, and the rest of it.
Wow, you've really been around a very long time. So at what point did you decide entertainment is what you wanted to do? Like, how long ago did it start? And how was the support? How was entertainment in Kaduna State generally at the time?
Yeah, I pretty much started early. Yeah, of course, like every other person, you do a little bit of gospel, and so I was doing that. I had a group called Voice of the Prophet BOP back in school on campus. So when I rounded up school, we started it out of the campus, and then eventually I started working on the radio, and I dropped a single in Jos back in the day, and then we're doing it for fun, or we just love to sing. I didn't know we were going to pay because we just want anywhere there's a microphone and a speaker and a drum, and we're there, So it wasn't like we wanted to get paid, but eventually when someone calls you and you come perform and then he gives you 2,000 naira, you're like, oops, this is what I'm doing for fun, and someone is giving me, And in 2006, I realized that music can actually pay, and back then I had people come, buy my CDs, and invite me for events and actually give me physical cash, And of course, thanks to Godwin Ubabe, who is the CEO of Extra Large, I was one of the first artists on that label, even though it wasn't like officially signed, but most of my production started from Extra Large, and of course back in Jos at Bobby High Studios, Sauti Lab in Jos, and then of course I and my late friend Hassan Ababa started Backyard. Backyard means BAKYD, by artistic knowledge youth always developed, so we had that backyard before I moved on to Keystone, and of course where we are.
So far, business has been good, I hear.
Business of music, well.
So far. But what was your first performance like? What was about the stage fright, and how did people receive you? How did you feel? Can you still remember your first performance?
Well, my first, maybe I'll say, first major performance. And because I used to do church things, so I was used to standing, in front of people. Because I was always in the church, I led praises in church, I did choir stuff. So coming into maybe the secular world, I wasn't too scared, But of course, there were embarrassing moments or scary moments. There was a year when Nigerian breweries came to Kaduna to do a show. They brought all the Labajas and everybody in this world, all the big artists then, to Kaduna nightclub, and I don't take alcohol. So when I came, and then I was like the main guy around, So they took me and went to introduce me to the big bosses from Nigerian breweries, and said, "Oh, this is our biggest guy. This is the big star," and blah 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 and all that. So they were having drinks, and they asked me what I wanted to drink. So I was looking at, okay, what will I take that will not like knock me off? So I asked for a particular drink. Then I think it was smelling of ice or so. Then, so I didn't know that drink didn't belong to Nigerian breweries PLC. So I asked for a drink, and the table was a long table. So I kept the drink there and was drinking. So the main guy, the Oga Patakata of the Nigerian breweries from Lagos, came, and he came to the table and he cited the drink. I said, "What is this?" I mean, he started crossing, and he just lifted the table. He asked the bodyguard they brought from Lagos, they were huge guys, said, "You should take this man away and throw him out."
Oh my God.
I was so scared I wanted to leave my skin. I was scared, and I didn't know they didn't want. So that was my first experience about, competing brands. Like, was a Guinness product, I should have brought it on the table.
I'm sure you learned your lesson.
Yeah, I did learn my lesson. I eventually performed, but I had to go and change to disguise myself.
Yes, you had to. So far, how would you describe entertainment in Kaduna generally? Is it something you can proudly say you're proud of, or you feel we still need a whole lot of work?
No, I'm not proud of Kaduna entertainment. As a matter of fact, there's no industry in town. It doesn't function. There's no functioning industry.
So what do you think is the major issue? What do you think are the major issues?
Well, the obvious, insecurity started it all. Back in the day, you had shows where people actually give you money. I don't know what artists do to feed themselves these days. Sometimes when I see Kaduna artists, so much talent, and they can't even fend for themselves. You see them flying bikes up and down. So this, I would say, everything like deteriorated over time. Like it started, well, we used to have, I don't know if you've heard of Balamila.
Yeah.
At some point, he was the biggest artist in the country. He lived in Kaduna here. There used to be someone called Roxy. He performed all over Nigeria, all over Africa. Roxy was one of the biggest artists in the country at some point. And he lived in Kaduna here. We had the likes of Gary Oyo. We have the likes of Shoaibuddin, Sultan Abdul. These are all Kaduna guys. We had 80, we had 6 foot plus, we have Overdose, we had Terror the Rap Man. These are guys, these are younger generations from the people I just mentioned, And of course, at some point, I was like the toast of Kaduna entertainment. But now we don't have that one person. So you can tell that it's obvious that we actually didn't grow, we retrogressed. So something went wrong. And another thing, so that's on the part of government that provides security so people can actually come out and, Then we used to have record labels, or what I used to call them vendors, but we had semblance of record labels. People coming out and say, okay, I have $1 million or $2 million, I want to sign 1 or 2, 3 artists. And they produced low budget videos for them, do some kind of promo and all that. Now we don't have labels. We had Baby Dawn Records, Soul Love Records, and so many other record labels. Even though they were not proper setup of a record label, but they were semblances of record labels. Now we don't have them. So we have tones, numbers, and scores of indie artists scattered all over the place who have no idea of how the music business works. They don't even know what it is to do stage. You see I was at the show over the weekend, and I saw 80% of the artists had mad, beautiful songs. You can see that they have talents, but even the basic thing about stagecraft, they don't have it. You don't learn that from the streets. You actually have somebody who mentor you. So honestly, it's not organized.
So far, it's obvious there's a problem, or there are problems that need to be fixed. As a godfather or one of the godfathers of entertainment, no. I like to think you're one of the godfathers of entertainment in KD. And what are you putting in place? Are there projects you're trying to put in place to help this artist grow? Like, are you reachable?
I am very reachable. I have an office, and I have this annual concert that I do called Deni also nicknamed Open Cafe, where I perform every December, and it starts from October up until December. For about 6 years stretch, I used to do concerts every 1st October at the Kaduna prisons. I organize concert there. I take mattresses, bed sheets and stuff to them. But over time, sponsorship became a problem, and I also wasn't selling anymore because my songs weren't selling. I wasn't making money from music anymore, so I had to now slow down on that. But every December I have this show that I do, and 3 years ago I even introduced a few more things like comedy and beauty pageantry, fashion and all that through the events. That is also a struggle, because last year I spent over 7 million of my own money without, anybody supporting me from within. Thankfully we had a few companies who came in at the tail end of it, but you see, it's a problem even for show organizers, and that's why even the people who are show organizers in this town find it difficult to organize shows and pay artists. And I keep asking the question, what is an artist without a gig? The only way you can make money is when there are gigs, but there are no paying gigs in town. Now, there's a show going on today. I don't know when this is going to air. There's a show going on today in Kaduna. The people on that poster, there's no Kaduna person on that poster. I'm going to tell you, Kaduna artists are going to be more than the actual audience that will come to that show, because they're looking for somewhere to express themselves.
That's true. Okay, about your pageantry, can you tell us that's the most beautiful girl Southern Kaduna, right?
Nah, that's one of my colleagues in the industry.
Okay, but you're a part of it? But
yeah, I was a judge on that show last year.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mine is Saronia. Saronia means queen in Hausa.
Okay.
So Saronia Beauty Pageant, so it's part of the Open Cafe.
So what is the pageantry about? Exactly?
Well, it's we focus more on what we call GCE, Girl Child Education, and the idea is to build a girl that will have a mind of her own, that can stand out. This year's the theme for this year is called Stand Out. Okay. We want every woman to actually stand out in whatever sphere of life, whatever endeavor she engage in. So it's going to be awesome this year. We have people who have indicated interest to be part of what we want to do this year. Last year we have over 1,000 ladies across the country who were part of it in one way or the other, trying to audition for it or do something. So this year is going to be a lot bigger, and we're looking forward to partnering with a lot of people here. So
apart from the Surrounding, do you have any other projects in mind that we should be looking out for?
Well, in entertainment, I used to have a seminar, but then I did only 2 editions and stopped because people didn't turn up. It's called the Kaduna Entertainment Forum. Okay. So where we invite well, people who know more than us in business to teach us the business of music, how to save, how to turn stone to gold and all that. So we had 2 editions of it, and it didn't. The people, I don't know if they are teachable, but the people didn't turn up, so I was discouraged on it. But I've ventured into new movies now. So I shoot a lot of movies these days. I produce a lot of movies you see on Africa Magic. Okay. Both Hausa and so I'm into Kannywood and Nollywood. I do TV series, I produce the Royco Medendeno show that you hear. Yeah, so it's my production. I produce the Nor radio drama. I produce Yaranta TV series. Fatal Attraction, which will be on Rock TV, and of course.
Are you from Kaduna State? Because you sound so much like. I know you're born and bred, but are you actually from Kaduna State?
Yeah, I'm from Kaduna State. My dad is from Benue State, but me, I'm from Kaduna because I was born here. He was born there.
Okay, your dad was born in Benue State.
Yeah, but I was born here.
Okay, what part of Benue State exactly?
Idoma. That's Idoma.
It's fair. We're all Nigerians, by the way. So generally, what advice do you have for younger entertainers out there? And what is your vision for entertainment in Kaduna State?
Well, mostly my mantra for success is that you keep grinding. So I would say to every young person, keep grinding, keep learning, go under some kind of tutelage, like mentorship, learn the crafts. Don't just do the show, do the biz. It's called showbiz, So I live off music and entertainment. I don't do any other thing. So I think, and then we need to also start convincing people to invest in the industry, because our biggest problem is finding a Miss Mary or Hajia Fatima or Alhaji Musa or some dude that will come out and say, okay, I'm going to invest 5 million naira, 10 million naira. There are people with money in this town, but we need to be able to convince them that we are bankable, that someone can put money and not lose. Because if I know that if I put money here, and then we have this problem where we're a bit too lousy. Like we love the Facebook thing. So when you mention Kaduna, what comes to mind is that those people like to be fight for Facebook, I see that where is still the beautiful exuberance thing, and all that. But then just keep going.
So in case there's someone out there that wants to reach you, are you on social media?
Man, I'm very much on social media. Like I love social media. People don't see me physically, but they can see me on social media. So on Instagram, I'm DH for you. The letter D and H, and of course the 4, and you. So and on Twitter, DH_Adoy. Then on Snapchat, I'm Penhausawa. On WhatsApp is my number. And YouTube is Penhausawa. I have a channel on YouTube as well. So, well, that's it. That's what it is.
Yeah, guys, you heard it from DH himself. In case you're out there and you have plans to become one of the biggest entertainers in Kaduna, and you need to reach him, you need some scopes from him. He has just given all his social media handles. Try to reach out to him and always work hard. It's not just about talent. It's not just about having God on your side as well. You have to work hard and you have to learn the right kind of skills, meet the right kind of people to get to wherever you want to get to. So thank you, Mr. DH, for coming. It's been a pleasure having you. Hopefully we get to see you again some other time. Maybe when you have bigger projects. Projects that people like us could participate.
I know you're a big woman, so no problem.
Alright, thank you very much. Alright guys, we'll see you some other time. Bye. It's been wonderful having you.